XCN holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Thank you for all your support over the last few days. You guys are absolutely killing it. Even though we have seen quite a major decrease in terms of the interest for XCN after that mega move that we have seen, and the one that we have discussed on this channel for quite some time. Now as the price is starting to show some consolidation, people are showing less interest, which of course tends to happen every single time. That's part of the game. Nothing goes up straight forever, as I've said to you guys before. If that was the case, everyone would be driving Lamborghinis, Bugattis, whatever the case may be. But yeah, let's take a look at what's really happening with Onyxcoin right now. I keep you guys covered. Thank you for your support. You guys really show tremendous amount of love. Continue supporting. You will see a continuation of these updates. But anyhow, let's waste no more time and see what's happening. So Onyxcoin is one of the coins that is down a little bit, about 1% in USD, Bitcoin, and Ethereum comparative market cap, still holding above 600 million, but has seen a little bit of a minor pullback compared to our last update. And the 24-hour trading volume has also decreased since our last update, currently sitting at $37.8 million. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So as far as Bitcoin dominance is concerned, you did see the dominance going down to the likes of 63.6% a few hours ago. So it's continuing to pull down. I did mention this in my H-bar update. Even though the dominance is pulling down right now, if you take a look at it from the bigger perspective, it is still really, really high. So even though we have seen a little bit of a downside for dominance, which of course has caused altcoins go up even more, because let's face it, BTC seeing a little bit of a minor pullback and dominance dropping, and you see such a green day for altcoins, it means that money necessarily isn't leaving out of the markets. It's actually going into the altcoin market, and that's exactly clear for us as we are looking across the board. So that's that. But like I said, in the grand scheme of things, dominance is still quite high for us to be getting overly excited. But we should be taking it one step at a time, and obviously understanding that it is a gradual increase, not just overnight. But anyhow, of course that is something that we need to point out every single time. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to discuss XCN and understand what's really happening and how it's setting itself up for this upcoming week ahead of us. So you can see this for yourself, guys. Look, you can't make this up here. I don't know if you can see this on the daily time frame. If we caught that, yep, we sure did. So let's actually just keep our eyes on the hourly time frame. So we actually saw the price of XCN dropping below the 1.8 cents mark. You can see this for yourself. We wicked down to 1.73 cents. Again, if you want to put this into perspective, we saw this wick of about 5%. Not crazy, but it did end up happening after losing this support line. But what's really interesting here, once again and again, a lot of people will not understand when it comes to a project like XCN with low valuation. You can't see major swings like this. It is more volatile, and it is harder to do technical analysis on projects like these. But so far, the targets that we've been speaking about on my channel, you can literally go check that. We've been pretty much nailing it as of now. Of course, these types of support are not as significant as support you see on some of the other coins with low volatility, higher valuations. But of course, that's not the case with XCN, and you can clearly see this for yourself. As we dropped below this 1.8 cents a few hours ago, you did see a wick down to 1.73 cents. Obviously we need to consider it could be due to futures. It could be due to obviously Bitcoin seeing a little bit of a minor pullback, but what's really interesting is that it has found itself back above that 1.8 cents. So it's continuously making its way back up to this key support line. Very, very impressive in terms of that. So far, so good. Like I said to you guys before, very important to remain above this key support line. It's like the bare minimum. Because if we don't hold around this range, we could be in for more downside. And the level that we saw for ourselves just a few days ago, 4 days back, could still be in play if we don't hold around this support. So so far so good. As of now, we are back above 1.8 cents. Obviously this is good, but we're going to take it one step at a time. Be obviously very cautious of what BTC does, and so is the dominance. But yeah, one step at a time. Let me know down below what you guys think. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.